Hey guys, it's Dean from Westside Mitsubishi, and today I'm going to show you our 2012 Ford Mustang Boss 302. That's right, we got a Boss 302 on the lot. So you're thinking, what's the big deal? It's a Boss 302, okay, well how is it different from, the regular Mustangs I see on the road? It's a lot different. Starting off with just the visuals that you can see here, we got our Boss 302 decals on the side, we have our splitter down the front end here. Looks very sharp, very aggressive, but in terms of performance and handling, totally different vehicle. This vehicle has actually been lowered 11 millimeters here at the front and 1 millimeter at the back, giving it that nice stance that the old school muscle cars had. The 1969 and 1970 Mustang had that exact stance, and that's exactly what Ford was going for when they did that. Even the suspension on this, the shocks and struts are fully adjustable. All right, so you're thinking, okay, well, so we got a Coyote, the 5.0 Coyote in there, just like the other Mustangs. Actually, no, we don't. Yes, it's a 5-liter. Yes, it's a V8. Yes, it's derived from the Coyote, but this is actually called the Roadrunner. They did a few different things. It produces 444 horsepower, which is a lot more than the regular GT, which produces usually around 425. It has CNC ported heads, rotating forged assembly. It's got basically a bigger manifold from the 302R race car. Yeah, you heard that right, 302R race car. If you go and Google that car, that's a straight up race car, it's not a production car. They put that intake manifold on this vehicle here. So a lot of different performance improvements. You actually have a big rear stabilizer as well that you don't get in the GT. And a whole number of other performance changes they've made over the GT that I probably can't even think off the top of my head, because that's how much better this is. This is arguably the best Mustang ever built. The Boss 302 was made about over 40 years ago, and it came back in 2012, and they decided to come in with a big bang for sure. So with 444 horse, a lot of power taking you down the track, you're gonna need some nice stopping power. You have these big Brembo brakes here. These are like the size of my head. So you definitely won't have any issues stopping, that's for sure. All right, so on the inside, we have our Recaro seats. These seats are absolutely amazing. They hug you so well. They're so comfy. On those track days, you're definitely not going to feel like you're uncomfortable, but they're going to definitely make sure that you stay inside the seat every time you make a tight turn. They really bolster you in. And you have all your nice amenities in there. Your automatic windows, one touch down. You have your Bluetooth, AM/FM radio with a CD player. Definitely nothing lacking in this Mustang. It has everything you'd want. It's got a 6-speed shifter. Very nice feeling shifter. Engages really nice. Banging those gears, downshifting, it'll always feel great no matter what you're doing. Doesn't have any issues getting into any single gear like some of those notchy shifters on the race cars, because they have to be a little bit more heavy duty than a regular car. But Ford's done a nice design on this shifter to make sure that doesn't happen. So I'm sitting inside the Boss 302 here in the nice Recaro seats I was talking about. As you can see, there's actually no rear seat. Weight reduction, so on those track days you won't need to have any passengers. Obviously you're going to get faster lap times, but we do have a rear seat for it. It's in the trunk. You can pop them in and you can carry all the passengers you want once you're out of the track. Totally optional, totally up to you. We have a rear cross brace here for improved stability. So this is a pure race car, as you can pretty much tell. Like, this comes with a short throw shifter from the factory. From the factory. Are you serious? That's crazy. You know what, we're going to start it up. We're going to hear what it sounds like. This actually has the 4 tips that come from the factory with the Boss 302. There's actually 2 tips that come out the side and 2 at the rear, but this has a Cook's aftermarket muffler on both sides there, and I'm going to show you what this sounds like. Yeah, that's a pretty hefty engine we got there. It's not playing games. So around back, it still looks just as good as the front. We have a nice lip on the trunk. This really makes it stand out from any other Mustang GT on the road. I mean, you can tell the moment you see this car from any angle that it's not a GT and that it's a Boss 302. You have your dual exhaust, nice molding, black accents here. Just absolutely fantastic looking vehicle. There's nothing like this. Just wow. That's all I could say is wow. It's crazy. Alright guys, Dean from Westside Mitsubishi. I'm signing out. Come down and see this Boss 302 in person. You will not regret it. Trust me.